The objective is to represent and educate for all needs of leaseholders. Our objective is to represent and advocate for all needs of all students, promote transparency, and work towards a more inclusive, resourceful, and student-driven ample environment. My education started from London School, basic school. I graduated in 2019. Later on, went to Ideal College, Legon branch to be specific, where I graduated in 2022. And I'm currently studying in the University of Mines and Technology School of Ruins and Infrastructure Development, offering Bachelor of Science in Electrical, Electronics, and Engineering stream. I would say my work experience with the logistic company of District, where I have my internship. I learned a lot. I would say I assisted in maintenance and troubleshooting of electrical systems. As well, I collaborated with senior engineers on various projects and gained insights into great operations. Now let's talk about my leadership and extra activities. I'm currently the founder of the National Foundation. So we say the National Foundation, we empower, we educate, and also elevate the young coming up. I was also the head boy of the local college, the branch. I'm currently a club member of the Legal Club, which is also known as the Lions International. For my skills, I would say I'm good at public speaking, I'm good at post writing, I'm excellent at verbal and written communication, and I'm good with digital skills. Thank you.
Things for the things we use for the we're still using the same rules. We don't clap to the extent that we are stopping and you don't stop. We will you up. You would want to know who is speaking and what was still wrong. Yeah. So, what are you making? If you make noise, I'll ask question whilst you are making noise and it will affect your time. So, can you take it? So, with your team, let's start from the back page. License. Are those the first one if they are from
For the first one, it is first with the second one, the only my prepared for strategy.
but there are many misstatements. So how do you know who is speaking?
That's why I made this number.
So let's move to your skills. That's one skills Microsoft Office Suite. So should we assume you know everything about Microsoft Office?
Not really, I'm not really professional.
So why don't you indicate the ones you are more comfortable with? Why don't you attach it to the phone? So with your report, right, can you share it as standard format for report you want? Okay, so I do college. What's your motto?
Okay.
How can you
Also, it's your also you didn't indicate any level of understanding, so we assume you are very proficient in both languages.
And so I would say I'm more proficient in English than so I'll make correction.
So very proficient in English language.
On a scale of 100, I'll make 7.
Okay. Um, I, I believe you prepared your CV yourself, right?
I really did this did a consultation of this campus.
Okay. So, did it with a consultation with the senior, right? So, are you going to answer my questions with the help of the senior who you consulted?
Application forward. But assuming you to ask questions, if it's able to answer.
That's a document. That's
I don't know how to I can't know about it.
this is a Word document, right?
Yes, please.
In digital skills, under skills, Microsoft Office suites, and Word is one of them, right? So,
Just like I said, I'm not really proficient in it.
okay. So, do you believe you are all here to learn? Okay. So, let me correct you on something. Education, roots, University of Mines and Technology, School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. And we have University of Mines and Technology, Sarfo. And Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering in school. You have any reason for that?
The moment I'm studying, I'm still in school.
You don't write in school. What the correct thing of okay, so you got your admission on 2023, right? Let's write 2023 um, or hyphen. Then I do college Gon branch. Um, that's your SHS, right? Okay, so you were in the SHS for only a year.
Yes, actually.
So from which year to which year?
From 2019 to 2020.
So you were now calculating. Okay, what's your languages? English and Chi. Like Justice said, you don't have any level. And you have two options. Get it. Give me one assertive proverb, then you explain that to give you one to a point, then you continue. So which of them should I start with?
Okay, so as I said, I'm
Okay.
not really proficient in this. I don't know.
Okay, so you can give me a proverb in English, right? So give me a proverb in English.
Which the good My intuition about it is whatever you do to your parent, the same thing that gives back to you.
Please, they can come in very quiet, please. I want us to have a smooth straight into it. Catch. Again, with the project.
Good to the goose, good to the gander. I believe everyone is supposed to be treated fairly. So, if you are to do something good to someone, the person is going to retaliate with goodness to you. If you are to do something bad towards someone, the person is going to retaliate with badness or negativity.
Okay, thank you. The mic down, okay. Before I say on that seat, the mic is yours, okay. So let's back to the cheat. That one day you will do it. Okay. Before say so search be on that it said. Audience, I don't know if you want to test me or something, but I can start any of you. Okay. Quiet, please. Okay, we are going on to round. Did you get me? More friend. Sorry. We can help you.
So I don't buy this, they are bad.
I think you more friend than about that. And the last one, quiet. Do you have in our home? You can give it to your wife for her to talk. Or if she doesn't want to talk, she can tell you then to tell her. Thank you. Do you have in our home? Again, I don't it just you get it.
Who said Woody? What did he say? Okay, so Mr. Sarfo and Miss Nora, this Sarfo.
Key points of your presentation. This year.
Okay, so I've noticed your guys are feeling good. Missing it. So why do you still have this? Anyway, you want to say something? Okay.
I came along with the club.
So you can put it on your phone. So you can have a seat.
Thank you.
Please, let's have some silence. Please, if you make silly comments, you walk out. So I'll walk you out as well. And this is our last one, please. We don't want to walk anybody out. We want to have a nice time. Remember your work experience. Electricity company of Ghana. The English. All right. Okay. How do we verify this?
It's as I said, I really don't know how this instruction is for corrections.
So the person you consulted when drafting this didn't tell you anything about that. They didn't see any problem with it. Without looking on the sheets, look at me. What are you doing to this? What duties do you perform at place?
I help in monitoring.
How many duties do you perform?
Monitoring of digital systems like the PP meters and all that. And we also had a session where we worked on the grid. Thank you.
Alright, so your work experience. There's no duration. I think you should show that. In the 9 spacing, the book, everything should be in one sheet.
Thank you for the correction.
And I have a question under your skills. You said public speaking.
Yes.
So I'll give you a scenario there. That's what we do. How we solve that. So I'll just ask you, President. What will you say in 2 minutes if the student can come to you and complain about some incident that is going on that are not happy with it? What are you going to do? Compare to us for mental.
The question again.
The student body comes to you with a problem, and the problem needs urgent solution. But then you can't do anything about that at that moment. What are you going to do? Communicate to her.
What's the problem is from that stance, if I'm not capable of helping, I would let the individual know that it's 1 or 2 reasons can't stand through my support team. Thank you.
So also said you have reports writing and communication. Right. So the student body asks you to present a report on SRC finances so that he will be able to read. How will you make the report both accurate and easy for students to understand?
So you will give a detailed account on the amount of money we used for certain activities within the science branch. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So, under your leadership and extracurricular activity, founder of Sarfo Foundation, can you tell us about it?
Thank you. As I stated earlier, the Sarfo is a foundation that seeks to inspire, elevate, and educate the young movement. So, 2 years now, we've been involving ourselves in certain activities such as breast cancer awareness, which we did last year, we had the breast cancer awareness in October, where we had to visit the Carnation market to educate both genders on breast cancer. Here like the case where even the males didn't even know that they could get breast cancer. As well, just last semester, we organized a free health screening here in UMaT, this semester, sorry, here in UMaT SRC, which I think was a great initiative. Thank you.
The health screening was a great initiative. So, if you mind, you can share with us your source of funding. If you don't like to, you can press the card. The funding of the
I would
foundation.
say our strong source of funding are the parents.
With the money spent on the health screening, that's related to the school, how do you intend to recover it?
Growing up, I've located too many values from my parents, such as humanitarian services. I believe in giving.
Yes.
I believe in giving to the society without getting anything back. So I don't look forward to getting anything out of it.
A club member of the Legon Leo Club, what do you do?
So the Legon Leo Club is an international club, also known as the Lions International, which moves beyond to meet the standard of leadership as we do.
How will you promote transparency in administration?
So with transparency, bring about effective communication, because I strongly believe there's effective communications amongst my officers to bring about transparency.
Bring the microphone to your running mates. Please take us through your CV.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Nora at Sika. My professional objective is to provide visionary and servant leadership by inspiring unity, empowering students' voices, and promoting accountability. My goal is to lead with purpose, integrity, and innovation, mobilizing resources, influencing positive change, and cultivating a culture of responsibility, collaboration, and excellence within the students' study. My technical skills, record keeping and Microsoft Office, of which I have a level of proficiency in Word. My soft skills are effective communication, adaptability, resilience, management, public speaking, and strategic thinking. My educational background, I am currently offering a BSc Environmental and Safety Engineering at the University of Mines and Technology, UMaT. That's from 2022 to present. And I had my WASI, that's in General Science, at Archbishop Potter Girls Secondary School. That's from 2019 to 2022. And I had my basic education at Maripaham International School. That's from 2017 to 2019. With my leadership, I was the head girls prefect at Maripaham International School, and my roles included I provided leadership support and representation on behalf of my fellow students, and also promoted a positive and inclusive school environment. And that was 2018 to 2019. I was also the Pensali Swing president from January 2024 to August 2024. I inaugurated the Pensa UMaT SRID's first ladies swing department, and I organized activities and events that promoted the interest and empowerment of ladies in the association. I was also the General Secretary of the Environmental and Safety Engineering Students Association. That was from November 2024 to March 2025. I ensured keeping accurate and up-to-date records of the department or association, and I also manage correspondence and communication during my tenure of office. I am currently the SRC Assistant General Secretary. That's from March 2025 to present. I assist the General Secretary in the day-to-day running of the office, and I manage correspondence and handling administrative tasks. My languages, I speak Chi, Ewe, Fanti. Chi and Ewe are my native languages, and Fanti, I am a novice writer and reader, and English, I'm an advanced speaker, writer, and reader. And my professional memberships have membership in the Ghana Institute of Engineering, Women in Engineering, Professional Pathfinders Club, and the Environmental Institute Engineering Students Association.
So my concern is the nice spacing. Yes. And apart from that, I think the other thing I have is the professional date in that time.
Miss Nora, do you see? You let me ask this first. What's the standard for style you use to the text? That UMaT
Times New Roman.
times New Roman Stanford size.
Uh,
So the document I have here is everything in accordance with what you guys do.
yes, except my name.
Set your name. Okay, so let's look at we need the professional objective. The paragraph there to provide sharing. And then
Yes, sir.
let's compare that to needs leadership.
Okay.
And beneath the head girls, prefects, and Marys. And they the same, the font size, and the font style.
I see the size to be the same. And the style also.
See them to be the same.
Yes, please.
Hey, Miss Japan. So, soft skills. Tell me about your soft skills. Yeah.
Like explain them.
Yes, I'm seeing soft skills while you've stated them. So, elaborate more on them.
Okay. And so with effective communication, but an individual, and especially as a leader, you have to possess the ability to effectively communicate with people.
Resilience.
And then resilience, it's my ability to go through difficult situations without breaking.
Time management.
Management to properly schedule my activity.
Why did you choose to use soft skills instead of skills? Is there something special about it? Why did you choose to use soft skills instead of just skills?
Soft skills are personal skills that one has. So all of these things I believe
And what are skills?
skills, I believe is more general. It's a more general term. So using soft skills is rightly tailored to what I want to communicate.
You guys think that I don't know your name. I'm not clapping to your time. Okay.
So under your technical skills, it's a very good thing. So can you describe a time where you had to create or manage a detailed record keeping system?
People now my record keeping is more manual.
Is it
It's more manual.
what system did you implement?
So because I have been in a lot of secretarial positions, I am to write a lot of minutes. So I use a minute book to keep records before I transfer them to a Word document.
So how do you ensure the records you have it secured and accessible for future review and audits?
So after I've used the book, that's when I use the digital space to also use that as a backup to ensure that they do not get missing.
Is there any tool you're using for that?
Microsoft Word to create them.
Or how are you going to enhance that system if giving more resources or tools?
Currently, I'm looking forward to acquire more skills to ensure that my record keeping abilities are enhanced and are on the advanced level.
Advance.
How advanced? I believe that we are in a world that is fast paced and we are in a digital world now. So using a book is not really effective now. We have a lot of Microsoft applications that I can use in order to ensure that.
Have you been in, or do you have an experience where you use your advanced skills?
As I said earlier, I have made it a point to learn new skills to enhance my record keeping abilities.
So you don't have an experience.
Yes.
Okay.
So under the soft skills, time management and strategic thinking, right?
Yes, please.
So you're seeing like that. So I'm giving you a scenario. Imagine the SRC needs to organize a welfare outreach event within 2 weeks. Budget constraint, competition semester credits, and last minute speaker cancellations. Walk us through how will you plan and allocate limited resources.
The question again is.
So imagine the SRC needs to organize a welfare outreach event within 2 weeks.
A welfare outreach.
Yes, please.
Okay, such as
And there's some foundation work. The foundation is called what? Foundation of Sarfo. So you're doing a welfare.
okay.
Foundation the SRC.
Okay.
And then due to budget constraint and the minister, how the minister is scheduled, it was cancelled last minute. Walk us through how do you plan and allocate limited resources?
It was cancelled last minute.
Walk us through how before it was cancelled, how would you plan and allocate it? How would you plan and allocate limited resources?
I did not get your question clearly.
Asking 3 questions at the same time. Okay, so let's go first with the budget constraint.
Okay.
How do you plan and allocate limited resources?
Before it gets cancelled.
Yes, please.
Okay, and the problem is due to budget constraints.
How?
And you said the problem is with budget constraints.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you said the program is a welfare outreach in collaboration with the SRC.
But just a scenario is
So SRC funds are supposed to be strictly used for SRC activities. So due to the fact that there is a budget constraint, it means that the program cannot hold due to the fact that we have to use the funds that were budgeted for to organize the program. So it won't be advisable to maybe go in for a loan or something. So we just find a way to hold on till we get the money so that we go by the book according to what the Constitution requires of us.
all right, thank you.
So,
So, Miss Nora, under technical skills, you have record keeping,
yes.
and also you are
the Assistant General Secretary. So here with us, most of keeping your informations, even when most of keeping your information that makes them, those records so accessible even when you have problem with your devices.
Modes of keeping it. Okay, so as an office, that's the Office of the General Secretary, whenever we draft a letter or anything, instead of doing a WhatsApp platform, we send it to a Telegram platform as well. So that's a more accessible space where the document can't be displayed easily.
Okay. So give us any cloud-based storage. For record keeping or storing documents.
MS Cloud.
I know Microsoft have a cloud-based storage, but are you sure it's MS Cloud? Is that the name? What? Is that the name?
I believe so.
Okay. So under professional memberships, professional pathfinders cloud, kindly tell us about that.
So the Professional Pathfinders Club is a club on campus that orients students to a state where they can be hireable and ready for the job market. So they train us in skills like CV, cover letter, we go for seminars. In last semester, I went to KNUST for a seminar. Yeah, so it's about how to prepare yourself upon exiting the walls of this campus.
So with your languages, okay, so the second language, native language, so you are very fluent in
I speak it with my mom. My mom is an Ewe.
F1.
Very clear, 101. And about
Hello.
listen.
Under the soft skill, 10 your CV aside.
Okay, so Miss Nora, don't frown. MJ, my plans will not. Don't
Okay.
frown.
This is not like that.
Okay, you addressed. That's it. NUGS. So how do you address it?
Justice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the correction.
Okay, so we give me 4 formal modes of communication.
Verbal communication, written communication, sign language.
Good. General Secretary, Environmental and Safety Engineering Student Association. November 2024. Then it is CV change upside down. You did it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's communicate without it. Yeah. You were the General Secretary for SSR, November 2024 to February to March, 2025. I think it's supposed to be an academic year. That's why halfway. That means you left that office the halfway. What was your reason for that?
It was during my university, I had an appointment as the Assistant General Secretary of the
So,
SRC.
General Secretary SSR was an appointment, or you were elected.
It was an appointment.
Okay, so you left a smaller appointment to pick up.
Wasn't like that.
How was it
I would have loved to plan school, but then my president advised that I step down and
Don't you think being a junior member is difficult?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Sure. Okay. Who is a junior member?
The students who are being admitted into the university.
Ghana Institute of Engineering.
Yes, sir.
You are
Yes,
in-
justice.
Is it UMaT chapter or Ghana, the whole Ghana Institute of Engineering?
UMaT.
That you didn't indicate it. In your life, between the years of 2017 and 2019, what were you doing?
I was in JHS.
Good.
Miss Nora,
Mr. Chairman.
under your soft skills, you indicated effective communication.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So I have a question about.
Okay.
Tell us about the time internal communication field, your internal communication field.
Is the question again?
Tell us a time your internal communication field.
My internal communication. Okay, so remember in first year, I'm someone that usually keeps a lot of things to myself. I do not voice out about it. But during that time, I found myself in a very difficult place where my inner voice and how I go about things did not really help.
What's your definition of an internal communication?
Communication that you have with yourself.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the general knowledge section.
So, in West Africa, there is a union under which these West African countries come under. What is the union? ECOWAS, okay. So, what are the member states of ECOWAS?
We have no idea about it.
You have no idea.
But please, can we get the answer?
Okay, so I'll mention some. Ghana, Togo, Côte d'Ivoire. Benin. So those are some. Okay, so who heads the ECOWAS? Okay, so please, the audience, there is noise in the room. Kindly try and minimize the noise. So, what do you know about sustainable development goals?
Sustainable development goals. They are goals that are put in place to ensure that a particular undertaking or a project doesn't fail when it gets a certain time, but it continues to grow and grow. So it's there for posterity to also survive on and enjoy.
Okay. So, which union is known or is associated with the Sustainable Development Goals?
The African Union.
I'm sorry, it's the United Nations. So, in recent days, the activities of coup in West Africa or Africa. Can you name some of the countries where the coups happened?
Liberia, please.
Mm,
Liberia.
Liberia. And if you can mention
Libya.
Libya.
Those are the only two we know.
Okay. So I don't know if these two have been in recent days. So what I was expecting is Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. And they came together to form the Sahel states. So currently, which policies of the government do you agree with? Policies of the government.
The no peace for Palestinians.
Okay, so tell us about that. Why do you agree with that?
I believe every individual has the right to education, one way or the other. So the government bringing about this policy actually spearheading education for everyone. So it's a good initiative. Thank you.
Mr. Daniel,
Justice.
are you a member of the SRC?
Yes. No, please.
So which is
No.
why?
I'm not an executive officer. Yes, sir.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, so give me the difference between leadership and management. You can collaborate. Get the answer now.
So I would say leadership is spearheading group, and management are putting things in place to ensure cohesion.
What is the difference between income and revenue?
We'd say income is for an individual and revenue is for a state.
Is it a collaborative answer or
She brings one I also add.
you have not answered me? Is it a collaborative answer?
Collaborative answer.
So come again.
A collaborative answer. Income is for an individual and the revenue is for a state.
Okay, so give the mic. Right. Miss Nora,
Yes, sir.
why do you think you as a running mate you should motivate ladies leadership?
Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you too.
In my professional objective, I stated that I have a vision.
Make it brief.
I'm visionary in it. This vision brings on board women. I love to see women take charge and be in positions where their voice is also heard, because women are also doing very well for themselves in our society. So if we are in a society or an environment where women are also in leadership positions, putting in place policies and all of that, I think it will help a lot.
And we usually hear that when you give women positions, they become boss. What's your say on that?
Personally, I don't think that is true. And we all have our individual backgrounds and upbringing. So I believe that an individual's upbringing plays a lot when it comes to this argument. So I, for one, do not become boss.
Thank you. Give the mic. What is rule of law? Rule of law.
A system of governance that governs a country.
Come again.
A system of governance that governs a country.
Okay. Who is the current? You want to say something? Okay. So who is the current governor of Bank of Ghana?
Please, we have no idea, but we want the answer.
You go and learn. Give me the full meaning of Tupac. Mr. President, give the microphone to your vice president. Tell us what you're telling
University promotion.
OPAC.
OPAC.
Yeah.
I think so.
OPEC. How often do you go to the library?
Quite often.
Give the microphone to. How often do you go to the library? Thank you.
Sir, Nana, sir, do you watch football?
I would say not a big fan of football.
Do you watch football?
No kids.
You might bring the man to your wallet. Also, what it was crime, you know. Do you watch football? Give it back to me. Still, I'll ask. What the year Ghana? When was the last time Ghana won the AFCON?
Thank you very much.
2010. Okay. Who was the captain in that team? Okay, so we move on. What's the largest ocean?
Pacific Ocean.
Move on. Please. Please. It's late. It's almost 2. Please let's be quiet and cooperate and Libya. Okay. And who discovered America in 1592? This name is very common.
George Washington.
Move on. Have you watched Berlin before?
Berlin.
Yeah. Watched Berlin. Watched Berlin.
Okay.
But have you watched Berlin before? You offer general science investigations. Right, so which part of the human body produces insulin? Insulin.
Pancreas.
So, how has the COVID-19 pandemic reshaped global governance?
The question again.
How has the COVID-19 pandemic reshaped global governance?
Okay, so I would say with the pandemic, it's brought about lots of negatives in terms of economic growth, in terms of economic growth and population loss as well. So this is how it has reshaped the world globally. Thank you.
So, to your running mate, what is climate change?
Pardon?
Climate change.
Climate change.
Yes, please.
It's when the conditions of a particular place, the atmospheric conditions of a particular place changes over time because of the things it has been subject to, such as pollution and a lot of things.
Why is climate change considered a global security threat?
With the high rate of pollution in the world right now, it's causing global warming and also releasing a lot of toxins. So it's a very big issue when it comes to the health
individuals globally.
So, have you ever heard of IMF before?
NL.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
What's the full meaning?
International Monetary Fund.
Tell us what you know about that.
It's like a global bank where they give sort of loans to countries who are in need to undertake projects and development.
So, how much is Ghana owe IMF?
A lot of money.
How much? Okay. Be specific. Can you give us a range?
About $3 billion US.
Have you heard about African Continental Free Trade Area?
Yes, just
Tell us more about that.
avenue where African countries come together to trade, and hence it promotes intercontinental trading amongst African countries.
And what is the significance?
It promotes free trading system and also unity as well.
Give it to your president. He should also give us one.
It fosters solidarity amongst African countries.
What is solidarity?
Unity, please. Unity, a sense of unity.
Have you heard of African Union before?
Yes, justice.
Can you tell us about that one?
It's an international union that brings all African countries together as one. Thank you.
What is the definition for international in that context?
Anywhere outside the nation.
Is it
Anywhere outside the nation.
your how effective in that union? Or how effective at that union being? You go for both of these. So, no, right.
So far, it has really enhanced unity amongst we African countries. Thank you.
You will be the minister for interior.
So have no idea justice.
Minister of finance.
Honorable Atugosi.
Minister for agriculture.
Honorable Eric Opoku.
Who is the member of parliament for Chicago constituency?
Dr. Grace Ayetwadamba.
Again.
Professor Grace Ayetwadamba.
Again.
Dr. Honorable Dr. Professor Grace Ayetwadamba.
Right, thank you.
So you made mention of African Continental Free Trade Area. Where is the headquarters?
Mr. Project Manager, please leave us. Please leave us.
The question again.
Where is the headquarters of African Continental Free Trade Area located?
I have no idea, Justin.
It's located in Accra. So, who is the first female vice chancellor of a public university here in Ghana?
Professor J. Nana Obukwajima. Her Excellency Nana Obukwajima.
Which institution was that?
The University of Cape Coast.
And in which year was she appointed or elected?
I have no idea.
But is she an appointed portfolio as a vice president? So, as a vice chancellor or an elected position?
Appointed.
Okay. So this to only Nora. So who is the first female Chief Justice of Ghana? No, this Nora, please. This. Yeah, don't consulting.
Justice Sketchy to
Okay, so that's not right. Who is the current? Okay, who is the current Chief Justice of Ghana?
I have no idea.
And who is the acting Chief Justice of Ghana? The current Chief Justice of Ghana is being suspended. And then who is the acting Chief Justice of Ghana?
Can I answer the first one, please?
Let's proceed. So who is the suspended Chief Justice?
Justice Sketchy to
So who is the first female Chief Justice of Ghana?
Justice Tamaklo.
Tamam. Who is the current? There's a female Ghanaian that was elected to Commonwealth as a Secretary General. Who is she?
Justice I have no idea.
You know Shelly Ayokoboju. Who was she in Ghana?
Was the minister. Was a minister.
Of
I don't really recall.
ministry. So the next question. She was recently appointed as the Deputy Health Minister. Who is she?
Dr. Honorable
Okay.
Dr. Professor Grace Ayindaka.
Okay. So
Miss Nora,
Mr. Chairman.
which law in Ghana protects women and children from domestic violence?
These are consumer testaments.
Is that to
I have no idea.
the Domestic Violence Act,
Okay.
which International Day is observed on 8th March each year?
International Women's Day.
That's right. Okay, to both of you,
Assess the impact of the Right to Information Act on administrative transparency.
Mr. Chairman, please, the question again.
Assess the impact of the Right to Information Act on administrative transparency.
Administrative transparency. And I believe that the Right to Information Act, it gives individuals the freedom to access information.
Please state the Right to Information Act.
Is that one?
Okay, continue with your submission.
I believe that with the act, it gives individuals the opportunity or the right to access information when need be. So with administrative transparency, there will be no collision where people will connive and do things on their own and then think that it will be covered. So it will be fair.
Thank you. It's impressive. Mr. Dami, please, what's your take on the 1D, 1F agenda?
I would say it's a
Do
good
you know the 1D, 1F agenda?
one district one action. I would say it's a great initiative since it's providing more job skills in the market for the youth. It's a great initiative.
It's what's your take on the free HS policy?
The free SHS policy.
Yeah.
It's a very good initiative. It helped me as an individual, and I think it's helping a lot of young people access good education, which is their right also. So we don't have this JHS dropout thing. We have people furthering more to the secondary school level.
Can you let me know the disadvantages of the free HS policy?
Personally, I believe that the selection process is the problem because if there is a cutoff point during the selection process, I think that it will be tailored more to students who have really strived to be academic excellence so that they continue and further their education in excellence. But then because it's open to all, everybody is just going and
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. President, kindly move forward and present your decision.
So good day to
Please, you
you all.
have 5 minutes.
Our policy document was based on certain values and principles within the student faith. So with the presentation outline, we have the vision and mission statement, we have the academic interventions, we have the sports and infrastructure development, the health and welfare agent, we have the social intervention and entertainment, we also have the digital the experimental group, we also have the affordable hostel. With the introduction of our vision and mission statement, we liaise it with that of SRC mission and vision statement, which is to build a student-centered SRC that delivers information, empowers students, promotes academic, social, personal growth for all. But the mission statement as well is to represent students with integrity, implement impact, and bridge the gap between leadership and the student body. So we have the academic intervention. So my team and I came up with the SRC print read policy. We realized that during certain periods of campus, most students find it difficult in getting printed out documents, value to chat materials. So we came about this policy to actually provide affordable printing services, cost registration printing, boost student strength, and also make academics more accessible. We also have the Student Research and Innovation Fund, which allocates SRC budget for innovation funding, encouraging a culture of innovation and raising UMaT SRID. We also realized that most students here have great innovation plans, but they don't have proper funding to support these innovation ideas. So it came about.
Thank you, Mr. Danny. Mr. Yes.
Taking over from where he ended, the UMaT SRID website and digital resource library. This is an initiative to help organize resource materials such as handouts, past papers, and project papers and all. We are in an institution where you have to go help us get looking for documents that you need that will help your academic journey. But then with this initiative, we will compile everything on one website so that it can be easily accessed. And then we also have the skill development workshops. And we've also realized that through our interactions with exiting beside this campus, we do not have the required skills that will make us ready for the job market. So this initiative seeks to tailor us to skills such as Python, TV writing, anything that will make you ready and hireable. This initiative will help us. And moving on, we have the local skill initiative. This initiative is to see to, I don't know if anybody has this experience, but when we came second semester, there were some students who had arrears, and we were finding it difficult to cater for that. I know someone at a certain level who his class members had to contribute monies to help him pay for the arrears. So this initiative is to help students cater for their arrears in order for them to register their courses and then proceed with their education. And also we have the Education Assurance Plan Initiative. This initiative seeks to cater for students who lose their parents whilst they are on campus. So let's say in a particular semester, someone gets a call from home, oh, mommy is gone, daddy is gone. It's a lot of emotional stress and financial burden. So as an SRC, we seek to come in and support financially and emotionally. Also to campus astroturf, we have a BOQ, that's a bill of quantity. We seek to develop an astroturf for SRID. The objectives of the SRC is to promote unity, and unity comes in a lot of forms, such as entertainment and also sports. So we believe that an astroturf will help bring that or build that spirit of solidarity in our school. And our initial plan is to seek for sponsorship, because when we made the necessary feasibility studies, we realized that everything will sum up to about 2.3 million Ghana cedis. And then the SRC does not have enough funds to just pledge on an astroturf. So our initial plan.
Thanks. Thank you. With the document policy. For the office of SRC president, the front page. What's the year?
26.8 was typo.
And open to page. The page now going to the mistake. Let's find it. from the table of contents. Also supposed to be the number and the table of contents.
This one.
Is there one? Are you sure?
This
Don't you think you're supposed to be I?
open to correction.
So I'm seeing Tinana Sarfo notes. That's prepared by Sarfo Communication. Miss Dr. Sika, UMaT. What shows? Into that.
I was there in every step of the way preparing this document and my inputs as well as another person's inputs brought this document together.
So how many policies do you have?
Or 13.
And then let's have a few get out. Hello. Welcome to this one. Yes, so tell us tell the policies. That's one. They're listening to you.
The next thing that we see the same from 3 gig, the data from 3 gig to 6 gig.
And how are you going to do that?
I believe that the SRC has a very strong advocacy power to advocate for things that are necessary to the student population. So we are going to use that to our advantage and advocate intensively so that we are able to achieve this, because students on campus face a lot of challenges when it comes to data and things. Personally, I have most of my courses online this semester, so I've spent a lot of money on purchasing data, and I believe that this will help the student population at large.
Right. And this policy.
The summer hat.
How are you going to do that? In case the SRC, okay, continue. How are you going to do that?
The SRC also still has an advocacy power and also funds to undertake projects that solve the problems of students on campus. And this is also a major problem for students on campus, finding shelter in a safe space where they can seek shelter during sunny days, rainy days, and even periods between classes.
So what if the time you want to implement this policy, the SRC, saying that they don't have enough funds for that? What are you going to do?
As I said earlier, the SRC has strong advocacy power. We can advocate and seek sponsorship from institutions.
So the last one.
The printing press.
Talk to us.
Just as Nana said earlier in his presentation, printing of lecture materials and everything we print as students is a little bit challenging because of the cost it incurs. So as an SRC, we seek to alleviate some of these struggles and problems from students. So we will implement a printing press that will charge half of the amount that is charged outside, so that it will help take off the burden of financial drain from students again.
So which of these two policies, which one do you want to be implemented by all means?
The summer hat.
All right, thank you.
So
Please
2020. So you have this document, right? On the first page, the cover page. UMaT and University of Mines and Technology. You have a full stop.
No, please.
The next one, School of Railway, you have a full stop at the end. For the office of SRC, you have a full stop at the end. So why NASA for communications, you have a full stop?
What is was ending the talk?
No, we don't do that. You have.
Thank you for the correction.
Please give the mic to. Sika,
Yes, Chief.
please open the documents to page 7.
Justice Peter on the
Okay, you said no curfew initiative.
yes, please.
Honestly, I don't understand no curfew.
Okay, so no pupil is a Ga word and it means do not be bothered or don't fear. So we are just trying to tell the students that in the circumstance of you having arrears to cover before you register your courses and you are approaching the deadline, do not fear, the SRC has got you.
Okay, then let's move to page 9.
These are the
The points over there. When you see the points, they are fine.
okay.
Then the line spacing over there. Check page. See that one is on the right side, check the left side. Check the line spacing over there. Are they the same?
No, please.
Why?
We'll make comments.
They should be consistent, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Alright.
sir. Yes, sir.
Please pick up your CV. Now, objective. That paragraph over there. Say what the font size. So, so, okay. And next time, same page 5. Name of the pages.
These are the
What's the font size? And that was what's in. You know,
no, please.
none of the font size used to.
No.
Okay, so we have look at it. I'm just using a site to judge.
Okay.
The paragraph showed you on your CV, the text over the font size over there. Comparing that to where we are in this document, and we all see that they are not the same.
Yes,
We
please.
use different font sizes.
Yes, please.
So next time, be consistent in that. Font style, font size, standard. Go by the standard, the UMaT standard. Are we okay?
Yes, Justice. Thank you very much for the correction.
in your policies, how many policies do you have in this document? You can refer.
Please.
23. Take the best 5 out of it and arrange them in order of priorities. So just mention the ones you noticed. How many have you written? And please mention them.
The Education Assurance Plan Initiative and the Summer Heart Initiative.
So why did you choose those ones ahead of the others?
We believe the SRC is for.
Sorry.
We believe
So I'm sorry. So the two you mentioned, is it from the most to the less or
So we realized that these policies are more pressing policies or matters we are facing here as students. We decided to use.
transportation? How students want to come more pressing to?
It's pressing, but we would have written it in 5, top 5.
But enough time to write for. So let's continue. So with all these your policies, which one can you relate as a source of idea for the SRC?
The SRC print relief policy.
So I know there are many. There is a press on campus, and I thought the SRC would bring a printing press to make it less expensive for students to print their documents. So how is that going to be a source of idea? How are you going to make profits from that?
So with the SRC print relief policy, we would go directly to the factory to get.
Draw the mic closer.
We would go directly to the factory to get the materials for the print relief policy, and going there it's going to be less costly. So when we come, we're going to subsidize the price for the students, and I believe the more the student, the more the income comes. Thank you.
So let's take the skills development workshop. So how, if you are successful in organizing this, how do you assess whether this initiative has had its impact, intended impact?
For instance, the skill training, we added Python, so we can have maybe a challenge to see how proficient what they learned have come to use. So maybe the winner gets a prize or something. It will help them to things.
That's innovative. Okay. So with your local field initiative, How is it different from the SRC scholarship?
The SRC scholarship is given at the beginning of the semester. That's the first thing to cater for parts of your fees. But then with the local fee, it's tailored to the second semester where you students usually have arrears to cover and deadlines to meet.
So in that, what would be the mode of selection, or you be able to cater for all students that will be in arrears?
No, please.
So you can you share it as your mode of selection?
So there's going to be a proper scrutiny to select members or qualified participants for this project. And then if you look at page 7, it's, I think the second to last point says that students submit proof of financial hardship and academic commitment. So this is one way. And also the last point states that shortlisted students receive support to cover top-up fees or balance
Sorry.
share.
Please take that again.
The second to last one.
Yes.
Students submit proof of financial hardship and academic commitment. Okay, so even before that, the first point is we'll open an application portal before registration deadlines. So there'll be a portal for you to fill, and you submit a proof of how things are hard for you. And there'll be a short list.
So let's go to page 9, sports and infrastructure. Construction of a campus facility. You have your bill of quantities here. I would have asked about whether you made a feasibility test, and I think there's an answer to it. So the answer is it's not feasible to be funded by the SRC, right? By the BOQ. So what would be your external source of funding for this project?
At the moment, after the feasibility,
So please can you give it to the presidential candidate?
So after the feasibility study, we went on to write or draft letters to various stakeholders in the likes of GMPC, in the likes of BRA, and in the likes of Ghana Gas. So this is one way we'll be able to champion or spearhead that.
And do you think this sponsorship you are seeking will be successful?
So with the AstroTurf, we can't say we deliver an entire AstroTurf. So we considered doing it in a phase, let's say phase 1 in our tenure of office when we are elected as president. We decided to do it in phases. So assuming we don't get the sponsorship, we will try our very possible best to do it in phases so that the successive SRC executives coming on board can also work on it to make it a complete.
You are not a football fan, but you intend to bring an astroturf. Okay, so with the finances, and you also intend to do it in phases. So let's go. Which side comes first? Is it the spectators' seats? Let's go.
So we are looking at the ground level, which is the starting the AstroTurf itself, the ground level. Yes, that's how we're going to start with it, and maybe a fan around the ground level.
Okay. So with all this, the third one, your coffee transport aid. That's page 14, chapter 5. So how do you intend to do this? Do you have experience in organizing bus during vacation hours?
I'll say no to that. But we would collaborate with reputable transport companies. At the moment, we've also submitted a letter to companies of the like of Agate. We also went forward to look at transport systems like external transport systems like STMEs and all that. And the feedback, it's a positive one.
So, page 16, 5.1.4, increase in monthly school SIM, tensor data bundle. Why tensor?
We realized that Telestar has been supporting students more in terms of providing data. And so we decided to work in hand with them to bring about this initiative.
I don't know much about this, the agreements they made with the SRC, but have you researched on their agreements and the terms? And also, have you assessed other service providers to compare?
That we are yet to do that.
Okay. So, do you think the current administration has done better in advocating for this? Any of you?
First, what's the definition of advocacy?
We sought for help or support from an external source for whatever you're looking forward to.
So you can proceed to answer. Any of you?
As stated in my CV, I am the Assistant General Secretary of the SRC. So on the inside looking in, I would say yes.
So share with us some of the instances.
We can talk of the street lights. We can talk of the regimental band. We can talk of the food bank. Yeah.
Is the food bank still active?
It is, but they don't patronize it.
So comparing the food bank,
Maybe publicity is a factor.
so what are your plans about that?
Okay, so this is a vision of the Judge Yakutu-led administration. The constitution, they are to continue the project of predecessor administration. So when we come to power, we see what we
Can you state that part of the constitution?
do things.
Okay, so you can say, what are your plans on the food bank?
As I was saying, so since the succeeding SRC is supposed to cater for the projects that a predecessor SRC was funding or
So
undertaking,
you continue.
I will check to see if it's feasible and then it's meeting the demands, the actual demands of the students. Since it's not my vision, I can't just do it, but I will have to assess it critically to ensure that it's meeting the needs of students on campus.
How is something that students are not patronizing meeting the demands of the same student?
As I said earlier, maybe it's because of publicity. I remember when the food bank was first introduced, I shared the flyer on my status, and then one lady said something about, oh, she didn't know, she just went to buy provisions. If she had known, she wouldn't have done that. So I think that publicity is a factor. That is why it's
So,
not really-
I don't know, but maybe you should elaborate more because I thought the food bank is like the SRC has purchased maybe rice, tomato paste, spaghetti or something. That's if you are hungry, you come for some. Or how is it like? Okay, so come again, like elaborate more on the food bank. As you said, students are not patronizing.
So it's like a store for students to purchase their provisions.
Okay, so that means yes, I see generating IGF from it, right?
I'd like to say,
Do you know IGF?
yes,
What's the meaning of IGF?
internally generated funds.
So, on advocacy. Okay, so let's conclude on that. So what will you rate the current administration? Any of you?
On the skill preference.
Percentage? Please kindly help us with the 50. And your running mate? Let's say it's
50.
50. Administration you are part of. So
I feel like there is more that could have been done. So,
why?
He asked why. You finish answer that.
The question again.
Why?
I would say they've done good. I'm not the patience of the students. But regardless, I believe starting up an entire process is quite difficult. Because this is the first SRC.
Yes, so you knowing that this is the first SRC and you are even giving them 50. Are you being fair to yourself?
I would say yes, because it's not really like you're putting the effort to, but it's not reaching the maximum potential. Yes.
Do you think starting it fresh like this
It's not easy at all.
will be reaching that potential you are talking about? So why then do you still go by your 50?
Yes.
You still go by the 50.
Yes.
So you told me in this administration, what's so yes. What's your figure again?
50.
50. So what would you have done if you were in this position?
This position, I would say I would have also gone through the same process because, as I said earlier, it's a starting journey for us here as ethical students. This is our first SRT.
So what do you think is forcing him to get that 50 percentage you are giving him?
I would say trying to get funds to work on certain projects is quite difficult because here like the case whereby we have one financial officer and trying to get funds from him is very difficult in the moment.
So you know this, you are aware of this. Blaming him. Keep your mind to your lies. She wants to speak. You will speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. I can't hear you. Please, can you hear me? Oh, speak for yourself. What percentage are you going to give me?
50.
50. So what's your percent? Your percent? That's this being the first administration, we know that seeking for funds from main campus is quite difficult, and you are still seated giving him a 50.
Just recommended them for their input, and they have really done well, but then it doesn't still change the fact that a lot more could have been done.
That's what you think.
That's why I know.
Else you know.
Yes, please.
And where do you know that's from?
Because I'm on the inside looking in.
Okay.
Okay.
So who is don't put it there?
I felt it.
When you are in power, when you get to office, and you keep on seeking for funds and they are not coming, what are you going to do?
Seek sponsorships.
Well,
There are a lot of
so give me examples.
DNPC, MTN Ghana,
So MTN Ghana.
yeah,
MTN Ghana.
yeah.
Have you started making inquiries on this you are telling me?
And for GNPC, BRA, in Ghana Gas, yes.
I think you're not being fair to the person.
Sorry, but that is my expression.
Okay.
Mr. President.
So, on the issue of advocacy, do you know the school fees breakdown? Have you seen something like that? Then my follow up. But have you heard anything about you are paying this, what this is embedded in the school fees? Have you heard some of the things that you think are not relevant to be included in the school fees? In your opinion? In your opinion, if you agree on all the things you are paying, you can just let us know so we proceed.
The school plot.
School plot, please. SRC plot or school plot?
SRC plot.
School plot or SRC?
SRC plot.
Hey, it's no more than school plot.
SRC.
Okay, so what will be your, how will you advocate for it to be removed, or you fight for it to get to students?
We fight for it to get to students, and looking into our policy document, I think we have a policy for that, where we have a UMaT enterprise project where we can involve the plot related source.
So, what are some of the difficulties you've identified in the current administration that they are facing, and how do you intend to overcome those difficulties?
Trying to get money or funds from the financial office.
And what are your plans of overcoming that challenge?
That's why everyone said we would advocate for sponsorship.
So, what if you don't get those sponsorships? What if all those entities decline your request?
Would still keep pushing to get the funds from the airport and still try keep pushing for the advocacy of the funds from the asking police.
Okay, thank you.
Daddy. Okay. Give me the difference between vision and mission.
Vision gives detailed insights of how you would want a particular project or an enterprise to be in some years to come. And a mission, I would say, is what you stand for.
Okay, so do you think there's a difference between aims and objectives, or it's kind of the same? It's for you, so don't disturb.
I would say one way or the other.
Sit straight.
I would say one way or the other, it's the same.
Do you remember when you were presenting your policy document? You said you linked your vision and mission statement to that of the SRC. But do you know the SRC is not having vision and mission statement? You are referring from your policy document. I was about to ask if you have the SRC constitution in your policy document. So were you lying to us?
No.
So what did you link your vision
It's the welfare of students. I believe the Constitution, the preamble side, it talks about welfare of the students. So we channeled that to
Is
the
it where's I?
preamble.
Are you sure? Not the aims objectives.
Not the intent.
That's what they are saying. These are the aims objectives of the SRC.
Say it all falls under the welfare of students. So, yes.
So you don't want to admit that what you said was not true. Okay, let's move on. Let's do it one. Under chapter 2, academic intervention, right? Close your policy documents. You wrote it yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, close it in. Let's move on. There's our parenting relief policy. Okay, so what processes are the SRC going to use to purchase maybe the police, printing press, and all of that? Take me through that process.
Okay, so
Make it brief.
we at the moment I want to generalize it to what we are working on.
Yeah.
So we've spoken to written press who is willing to come over here on campus to regulate the entire process.
That means it's going to be a partnership, not an SRC owned printing press.
It would still be an SRC owned printing
How?
press, but in partnership with an external source.
Come again, can't play like I don't get it. Something you own it, and you're still partnering with someone.
Yes.
So is the person going to gain from us, or we are going to gain from the person?
Both parties will gain one way.
How?
The income generated from it.
So profit, that's the idea for the SRC. It's going to be shared with the partner. The SRC is going to share that with the partner.
Let's say trying to get all printers and machines to inject the inks on board, it's quite costly. Let me put it that way. So we decided to like go through these links and channels.
Okay, thank you. UMaT website, digital resource library. Is it UMaT SRC website and digital resource library, or UMaT website and digital resource library?
UMaT digital research and library.
Have you heard of
I have.
What's the meaning of OPAC?
That's don't really know the meaning.
Thank you. So OPAC is Open Public Access Catalog. It's being managed by the UMaT library. And the digital resource library you are talking of here, they are already on it. Maybe learn better. So let's come back to the website. What will be the purpose of the website?
Okay, so since we are the SRC, we are planning of projecting more of things relating to the SRC there.
So why not UMaT SRC website, but UMaT website? Because it will be in the name of the SRC, right? Keeping records of the SRC. Okay.
Is the question again?
He said, okay, what will be the purpose of the website?
To sell the UMaT SRC on there. And for students to also get insights about certain
Okay, thank you. So why not UMaT SRC website, but UMaT SRID website?
We want to do it an all-inclusive something. Regardless of the fact that you are the SRC, we also want to talk more about the university model to us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's take it that you are voting to power and the next SRC president, right? Tell me why you don't have officer as the SRC president, you don't have any secretariat, you don't have a conducive place to do your meetings, and you don't have a place to store the assets of the SRC. But want to go for sponsorship to construct an astroturf.
I believe all we can play with jack of all. One way or the other, we are engineers and we need to sometimes free ourselves. We consider that as well.
Okay. Have you heard of SWOT analysis before?
What analysis?
You have heard it before. What is it about?
Talks about strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats.
Okay, so thank you. Walk us through the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats of this policy document you have presented to us.
So let's start with the weakness.
Calm down. Do science and math physics, so you're running it. Seconds more.
Okay, so for the weaknesses,
Strengths.
going to be solidarity, the champion or spearhead unity amongst the students. The weaknesses, it's advocacy, trying to get stakeholders on board to implement these policies. And for the opportunities, it will strengthen
Calm
bonds
down. Calm down.
for the opportunity,
Calm down.
for the opportunity,
Calm down.
for the opportunity.
I'm coming. She said the strength of this policy document is
Solidarity.
solidarity. So the strength of partnering with a printing press and put on campus and share the profits of the idea of the SRC is solidarity. Exactly to you.
we were considering other policies and this is the astroturf for the printing press.
The room is so quiet to hear everything I say. I'm not repeating myself. Okay. Do you have a submission? Okay. So continue. You were at weakness or opportunities.
Opportunities.
Okay, let's go to weakness.
Weakness is the advocacy.
Okay. How?
Trying to get stakeholders on board to implement these policies.
Why can't you advocate?
We can advocate, but we need to take time for stakeholders to come on board to bring on board these policies.
Why do you think it will take time?
The little knowledge I have, stakeholders or companies normally have plans for an entire year. So we go into them at designated times. It's not really going to be favorable for us.
But in your previous submissions, I think your vice president made mention of you visiting some NGOs already. He said, she said she mentioned SRC, NUGS, MTN, GNPC. So you have met them already.
We've drafted letters to them.
Okay, so they have not scheduled you for a sitting or a meeting to talk about it, right? Okay. So where were you under the Okay.
So we believe it strengthens bond with other institutions.
How? Because I'm coming. I never noticed anything that you'll be doing activities with any other institution or university.
With the astroturf.
Okay.
We are to bring it on board. We could cooperate with other universities here on campus.
You agree with me to construct the astroturf. We are going to use sponsorship, right?
Yes.
And we just said the weakness of this document is the advocacy.
Yes.
So how long will it take for you to get the partners to start the TEF? Then after that, playing matches with other universities.
As I said earlier, each company over the year will draft their plans and policies and all that. That is why we've taken it upon ourselves.
Let's move to the threats. If you are tired, you can give it to your roommate.
With the threats, considering if it doesn't favor the sponsorships and then we do it in phases, the threat can be that maybe as an excessive SRC may not continue what we started. So that could be a threat.
Okay. Do you agree with her? Okay, so keep in mind. Okay. And so what did she say?
And the SRC not being able to finish the project on time.
Today's question is not about your policies and innovation. With limited funds, choose between food bazaar and artist nights when organizing the SRC week.
We will choose the food bazaar
Why?
because the funds are quite limited. Organizing an artist night is quite costly. It requires a lot of money and involvement in it.
Thank you. Have you heard of the AFRC?
No, please.
Armed Forces Revolutionary Council. Have you heard of it?
No, please.
So this we are going through of course. The vice chancellor is the titular head of the university.
False.
Upon successful admission and registration, students are issued Ghana card.
The question again.
Upon successful admission and registration, students are offered Ghana card.
False.
The financial secretary is the financial officer of the university.
False.
Okay, so the financial officer is responsible for carrying out audits. True of course.
False.
A treasurer is the same as the financial secretary.
False.
Okay, so differentiate between a treasurer and then the financial secretary.
But they all handle money and monetary issues. But then, in terms of hierarchy, the treasurer comes and then the financial secretary comes next.
But in terms of role, you said there are differences. The difference are they in terms of roles? Are there differences in terms of their roles?
Yes, please.
Okay, kindly help us with that.
So the treasurer has the responsibility of assigning financial receipts and checks and everything that concerns money of the SRC. But then if financial secretary doesn't have that role or responsibility.
Professor Richie Amankwa is the Chancellor of UMaT.
False.
Okay, so who are the signatories to the
The finance officer, SRC treasurer, and the SRC president.
I didn't complete my question.
Sorry about that.
So of what did you do?
The signatories.
I said who are the signatories of? I didn't mention any place. So I want to give it.
The SRC.
Nora, is there a difference between a minute and a colleague?
Yes, please.
What's the difference?
The minutes is a summary of everything or every proceeding that happened during a meeting. And then the community is to communicate to the general public or the students
Thank
public.
you.
So, what are your plans of increasing the SRC social media presence and also publicity?
So we could have more engaging activities to post on our various social media platforms as well. We could train the public relations office on certain basic skills on videography, photography, and what that to provide quality imagery or videos of the company. We also have QR codes at designated areas on campus for the students, but it is coming enjoying the platforms. Thank you.
To the President, what was the preventive detention acts under Kwame Nkrumah's governor?
I have no idea.
So we are moving to the legal documents. How many members constitute the draft?
Seven members.
7 members. Are you sure?
Yes, please. I'm sure.
So your wife. How many members constitute the draft committee?
Yes.
The which one are you taking?
Seven.
I used to say 7. It's 5. Sorry. So describe your strategy for educating both students and executive about the risks and consequences of breaching the cash collecting act.
Please repeat the question again.
Also, describe your strategy for educating both students and executive about the risks and consequences of breaching a cash collecting act.
So we would extensively and intensively educate the students, public, and then the executive officers all together that SRC funds are not to be handed over through cash. They are supposed to be channeled through the appropriate accounts. And one way of it is to maybe post notice of it all around so that that's at the beginning of the semester. That's when usually there is a lot of funds to be paid. So I will bring it to the awareness of each person, whether student or executive member, that you're not supposed to hand in cash.
So what do you know about 863?
Please, can you put on this fan? Or somebody requested it should go off. Messages are really peaceful.
Sorry, Justice.
So yeah, this is you.
Please, it's about the public procurement.
What do you know about that?
It's an act that talks about how to properly purchase items for the government or any public institution because of the intense squandering and embezzlement of funds. So it protects institutions and the government from losing funds through purchasing items.
So as president, what mechanism will you set out to ensure value for money, the procurement of services or items for students? Do you get it? As president, what mechanisms would you set up to ensure value for money, the procurement of services or items for students?
We can make use of the single source and also competitive tendering.
Are you sure it's what you're saying? Explain that to us.
The procedures for procuring items, and we go through a series of processes. And then it comes to a point where you have to either go through a single vendor to purchase items, or you put it to the business space, and then people come in with their pitches to pitch or bid for a contract to give you the service you require.
So tell us about the processes it goes through.
So first, the contract is published. Let's say he wants to undertake a project. The contract is published, and then those in the business spaces who have interest in that get access to it. And then when they come to you with their pitch or bids, you carefully scrutinize them, and you can also compare to see which one is more cost effective in order for you to get value for your money, where you will not be in a position where you get something cheaper and then the quality is bad. So you get value for your money, and then it comes to where you are able to use each of the mechanisms, that's the single source or the competitive tendering, to take or pick the person or the company that you wish to work with or procure your product from.
What is bidding?
Then
What is bidding?
bidding. when you tender in something of your interest in order to be deliberated on, and you those you are bidding to will take it into consideration whether or not they are interested in it or purchase. Thank you.
So how are you going to ensure that decentralization and local industry development are reflected in your SRC procurement approach?
What is decentralization?
Do you proceed?
Yes, we should proceed. You're welcome.
So if you want us to proceed, you tell us
Yes.
you want to ask you.
Yes, Justice.
Time is really not on our side. I have a personal issue on that. Okay, so tell me, this one, the two we can think through and tell me about it. In the Constitution, yeah, Article 7 says that there shall be a legislative assembly, a student body comprising of. Can you please continue before you finish it up? The composition. Really.
The Speaker,
States everything.
the Speaker, first Deputy Speaker, second Deputy Speaker, sorry. The clerk, the marshal,
How do we get the speaker?
appointed, the Speaker is appointed by the SRC President in consultation with the outgoing LA.
People,
Speaker, the first and second deputies, the clerk, the marshal,
and how do we get them to the first and second deputy?
they are appointed on the first sitting of the LA within the Parliament.
Mention.
Yes. President of the various recognized post association. One representative from GIMSA, one representative from SCC, and a WUCOM rep, non-resident, two representatives from the non-resident committee, and that's all.
That's not all, but done well. And we offer electrical engineering. Right. We are coming to the departmental administration. You're happy. You can't be happy by this time. What's the slogan?
Building a brighter future.
Good. From your departmental constitution, give me all the objectives of your association.
To organize forums for discussion of students of the department, and to harness solidarity, to champion sports, academic, social activities of the department. To liaise with other recognized departments.
You are in the department alone, not with her. Because she's not in your department. So are you the same? So why did I promote her?
To foster
What you are saying from you or from your
from
mental question? From you.
my department as well.
Okay. Give it to Vance. Yes, sir. Right.
Yes, justice.
Nora. This come out loud so we can hear you. You also give me the aims, objectives of the department.
The department liaise with the members and then the plenary of the
According to your departmental constituents.
they organize programs and events that seek to train students on matters of the environment and safety.
Are you done?
I am recording.
Now, all the time, so please, faster.
Yes, I am done.
You are done.
Yes, please.
Okay, so according to your departmental constitution, only one. 7.
Yes, justice.
Next time you work more on that, send it to your department. I think you should have all the knowledge in it.
I'll do better. You're welcome.
What do you know about the Disability Act, the Ghana Disability Act?
It's an act to protect and safeguard people with disability in our nation to ensure that they also enjoy rights to rights that are equal as people who are not with disability, and also have preferential and special treatment when it comes to certain circumstances.
And with the policies you presented earlier, do you have or do you intend on having something special for such people in the university? Since the university accepts people with disabilities,
No, please.
you don't have anything for them.
With one of our initiatives, it's about cutting down the cost of how students are transported from campus when they are going back home. And so I believe that with that, it can cushion students with disability on our campus as well.
So that's the only policy you have for them.
They're not specifically tailored to them, but then they will also enjoy like the summer hats. Someone who is
So yes, that one we are enjoying it. Something special.
no please.
You don't have anything.
No.
I do something right now. Not you alone with your president. We are okay.
Yes.
So you tell me.
So far there is one disabled student who's in level 200 and is on campus. And that's not the norm. But because of the special needs, he has to be there. So I believe that with our tenure of office, we will really spearhead that initiative so that all other students who have any form of disability, not just with being in a wheelchair, will also have that same access to the campus hall. Thank you.
According to the students guide, what is bonding? Bonding.
Funding is a wet or dry form of harassment.
Okay.
It's a wet or dry form of harassment.
Thank you.
Okay, so according to the UMaT student guide, what unit of the university is responsible for maintaining student IDs? We move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, so give me the full meaning of SRC.
University Student Association of Ghana.
Come again.
University Student Association Ghana.
What are these universities?
I didn't hear you.
Again, with an answer.
University Student Associations of Ghana.
So is every university in Ghana so you I use you don't need to move on. Okay. So the SAG is a permanent block of thank you. All universities in Ghana are members of SAG. Why?
Universities have to seek for membership under the visa.
So is UMaT a member of SAG? Okay, thank you. The UMaT SRC is supposed to go for a Senate meeting. List the members you are supposed to go with as the SRC president.
Okay, so the SRT president, the local
You are
NUGS,
not part.
the local NUGS president, the local NUGS secretary, the SRC general secretary, and the local NUGS treasurer.
You mentioned four, right? Only one is correct, so let's move on. What is the Act 003 2020 2018 and 2019 about?
Talks about the amendment bill, establishment bill, sorry.
Come again.
It talks about the establishment bill.
That's not true. Therefore, it is prohibited to collect cash from any student in the name of SRC or GCR. What document states this?
The cash collection.
Thank you. What are the core values of Ghana? Should we move on?
Is this one?
Okay, so what are the core values of UMaT?
Knowledge, excellence.
Are you adding up?
Thank you.
Okay. So who wrote these UMaT and school and
Professor Daniel Rekujima.
and who composed it?
Sir MK Enisa.
And again,
Sir MK Enisa.
who is the current finance officer of UMaT?
Mr. Mr. Jonathan Sarfo.
Thank you. Who is the current yes, with of UMaT said.
Dr. Ansa.
Take that.
Dr. Nadi Timu.
That's my answer for me. Yes or no?
I'll still stick with the doctor.
It's actually true that counting information. So, my last question. Who is the representative of Dean of Students on UMaT said? Should we move on?
He said to me,
Okay, so KNUST is to DOSE. UMaT is to okay, so KNUST is to Dean of Student Affairs. UMaT is to I just said the answer.
Dean of Students of
No, Dean of Students. Thank you.
Who is a delegate?
A representative of an institution to a congress.
So, according to UMaT, student, what is the dress code for students?
It should be dressed appropriately at all times.
So, in your view, what is appropriate dress?
Being looking smart and being covered. No sensitive parts of your body exposed.
So, according to the SRC constitution, how many appointments is an SRC president allowed to make?
Let me move on to the next question.
Okay, so talking about the Disability Act and relating them to your policies, how do you intend to make your fiscal project accessible to students with disability?
So for instance, persons with in wheelchair, you provide slopes, not like the normal walkways, but in somewhere that is steep so they can climb easily with their wheelchairs.
If you can add another scenario.
Make walkways quite broader to help with students with disability issues so that they don't go very close to the road. They have a wider walkway.
Okay. So this so there is a law that allows for an increase or a percentage employment for females in both public and private institutions. Do you know about any law like that in Ghana?
Question again.
There is a law in Ghana that seeks to provide a certain percentage for employment for females.
Please.
Do you know of the affirmative action bill?
I've said it before, but I don't know what it entails.
My follow-ups are on that. So let's go to who summons, according to the SRC constitution, who summons an executive council meeting?
Let's ask the president through the general secretary.
Okay, so what is the maximum executive council meeting that's supposed to be held in a semester?
At most 3.
And so I think Nana Sarfo and Miss Nora is kindly stand up. Nana Sarfo kindly recite the UMaT anthem.
God bless the University of Mind and Technology. The institution anointed with great mission. To fly above the limits of the sky, provide higher education,
Yeah, I see a
through
new
teaching, research, and through service. Our motto is knowledge, truth, and excellence.
So kindly do that. Miss Nora, kindly sing the second stanza of the UMaT anthem.
Praise God for University of Science and Technology. To be the center of excellence.
My name here.
To provide world-class professionals, to provide and
UMaT, that was
oh,
Yeah.
The first one perfectly, but the second one, that's the problem right now. It's very, very sorry for the
So
inconvenience.
let me ask you, what do you like about him? That's all. Okay, thank you. So give the mic to your president. So, Mr. President, what do you like about your bike?
Being with you, my friend, like Miss Nora has been hardworking and dedicated. She's a good cook.
Ah! Oh, nice thing. It's like a smile too.
This is nice.
What do you think? Give the mic to everybody. What do you think of a smartphone?
Impeccable.
It looks good.
Impeccable.
You give it to your president. So you tell me what you think about your iPhone.
No cook tantalizing.
Thank you so much for appearing before us for the vetting. So you can now speak to your people, speak to them, and we really.
Okay, so good morning to you all, primary students, SRC students. We are willing to serve the students of the Excel very well. So we are here today to solicit for your advice, your encouragement, and above all your prayers. From time to time, we'll be coming to your various hostels. We'll be meeting you on campus to engage you in our policy documents. And assuming you'd have any contribution towards it, let us know. Work on it. Make UMaT SRC.
If you have any challenge, anything please reach out to me or us. We are ever
Alright, so I think the first announcement is those of us living for our homes who are not from campus and stuff, please, when you are going